What up? It's your boy T-Red on the reaction. Today is Music Monday. So about to continue on with the one and only DJ Premier with his hip hop series. So what's up? This is episode 18. Now this is an interesting one right here. He did his joint from the one and only legendary Devin the Dude. Now this is gonna be an interesting story to hear. I may have heard the song, but not know it was Mir or didn't think about the time. So without further ado, this is episode 18 of So What's Up, salute to the floppy disk with Devin the Dude, Doobie Ashtray. Let's get it.
I'm DJ Premier and I present to you So What's Up.
Okay, computer, run it back.
So what's up?
Oh yeah.
Like the MC Shannon cover in the back right there too.
We're taking it to Texas. Hometown. Known these brothers for a long time, but one of them started to do some solo work. Shout to Rap A Lot Records, shout to Jay Prince, the whole team over there in H-Town. And shout to Carlos Garza, who was a big part of me even getting connected to New York to get into the music business. And still longtime friends, shout to him. Shout to Fresh Fran as well, wherever you are. So around 1994, I was introduced to a group on Rap A Lot, which was a lot different from the hard gangster shit that they had, which obviously the Ghetto Boys are the cream of the crop on the label. But then you had like Def 4, then you had Gangsta Nip, and you had Raheem, and of course Scarface as a solo artist, Willie D as a solo artist, and Bushwick Bill as a solo artist, Big Mike, who later became part of the Ghetto Boys. This group right here, the Odd Squad, was a whole left field version of that, just raw rap and just original beats. And shout to the members. My man Rob Quest, who also goes by the name Blind Rob. He is actually blind.
Oh, wow.
Incredibly ill on all the instrumentation and production. My man Jug Mug. And a really, really bugged out MC named Devin the Dude. We're all big.
Wow. So he's showing some history right there. So yeah, always good. Yeah, I knew about Devin and Dude, but I never knew he was a part of a group back in the day. That's awesome right there. I gotta check that out.
Fans of him because he just really brings such a dope style. And the one thing I like about him is he always does like a scratch sound. Even when you call him on the phone, when he sees it's my name, he'll go yep. Like, this is what he does, and everything is just so unique.
Like most kids talk about how legendary he is, and I went along with it because he's been out. Because I know he's big in himself though, but like my walk through hydrated. But yeah, I already be legendary, but did not know he was like a part of a group back in the early 90s. Well, that's what's up though.
And full of a lot of weed.
Yeah, you do love weed.
420. The Odd Squad, that's DA. Really, really made a nice groundbreaking debut album. The album was called Fat Enough for Everybody.
Wow, okay, I did hear about, I actually remember hearing about this. I remember seeing this album before though. I didn't know who the group was, but I remember this album cover is like, well, I seen this album cover before a couple of times when I was younger ago. Because I used to go to the barbershop when I was young, and then they was like Source Magazine, Rap Up, and all that. What was it? Fresh Magazine, stuff like that. And sometimes you see like crazy album covers and stuff. And this is one of them. I remember seeing that.
One of the classic albums of the Rap A Lot legacy. From there, Devin started to do a string of solo albums. When he got to his 2002 album, which was called Just Trying to Live, I got a call from the Rap A Lot team and a call from Devin. They were turning the album in a few weeks, and they had a song that he really, really, really wanted to put out, but there was a sample issue that they couldn't clear. The song was called Doobie Ashtray, and here is the disc. As you see, it says remix because this is not the original. Even though it appears on the album, they took remix off once it was out there in the world. When they sent it to us to hear the original version over the sample, as soon as I heard it, first of all, I'm more known for like the 95 to 97, even though I'll drop to 92 BPM era during that time when it came to production. This one was a slow tempo 71.5, but if you know a lot about Texas and chopped and screwed
Yep.
era. Shout out to DJ
Yep.
Screw, R.I.P. A lot of things are slow tempo because everybody drives out there, and you gotta have the right ride, and this
Facts.
is so appropriate. Once I heard the original, I said, just send me the reel, because that's what we had, 2-inch reel, and they sent a CD with the acapella of his vocals already arranged, but I said, no, I want the 2-inch tape so that I can literally level it out to the way I started to hear things in my head. What I started to hear in my head was, I'm not gonna sample on this one. I'm gonna play keyboards, which is why you see Planet Fat right there. That's one of the older sound modules that we used to mess around with back in the day. That was where I got all my sounds from. Keyboards, bass line, all of that. And then I'm really particular about drums, so I said, you know what, let me make sure the drums are snapping with the acapella. Once I get that bounced to the way I want it, then let me play along with it in the same key of the sample, because if you have an ear, you know how to tune into whatever is being presented to you when you do a remix. So I went into my bag of tricks, found the sample that I liked on the Planet Fat, and started to just play chords. Once the chords were hitting to where I wanted it, the rest of it was saved on here, drums, and everything else was played directly into the MPC 60, which we call triggering, because when you run it through the Planet Fat, which we use as a signal called MIDI, M-I-D-I. MIDI allows any instrument that you plug into the drum machine and the sampler to play in sync when the tape starts to spin around. Before I finished it, I sent it to Devin and said, hey man, this is where I'm working with the groove and everything. Do you want me to continue? He goes, not until you put some scratches on there. And it's called Doobie Ashtray, and he said someone had the nerve to take the herb about my Doobie Ashtray. That means you're fronting on somebody. So I thought about the classic scratch from the Jungle Brothers. Shout out to Jim Brownski, shout out to Africa, Sammy B, and Mike G. I say, let me take Don't Front, because you don't front on the weed. So when we laid the intro to start the beat, I had to move it around until it was gonna lock into the way that they sent it to us. And mind you, this was not a Pro Tools session, this was straight to the 2-inch tape. I used the scratch Don't Front as my guessing spot when it was gonna hit. I just kind of held on to it, knowing where the starting point is supposed to land by watching the clock on the reel that ticks from the beginning of the reel to where we dump the music. And right there, I just watched it. And when it got near that number, I said, don't, and right on front, the beat just dropped. So wait for it. Don't front. Boom. We were in business. When you load this up, put the scratch down, and insert it into the S950, then you get
that is like the lowest BPM.
And there you have it. One of the classic records that really put a lot of love between my moving to New York and reaching back out to be a part of a Texas legend. He is a legend. Shout out to Devin the Dude. Shout out to the whole Rap A Lot family. And again, salute the floppy dish, y'all.
What you gonna do when your friends go home and you wanna drink a beer but you're in so cold?
Alright, cool. Another good episode of So What's Up though, definitely though. No mother closing the cover, but anyway. Let's always I gotta take a little peek at what's gonna be the next episode of, but this was a good one. This was another good episode. It's just one too that put me on. I heard about Devin Dude through like rap friends and all of that. That was like big on South rappers, you know what I'm saying? Especially like my high school, middle school days. Yeah, showing my age. But yeah, definitely a good one right there. So that was number 18. What's gonna be the next one? Okay. It'll be interesting right there though. So other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.